Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of the Gamers Dynasties podcast. Hope everybody is well today. We have a lot of interesting individuals in our midst today. I'm joined today by Mistaken Orc and a Shadow Gamer 3360 today in our show. This is episode 5 of the Gamers Dynasty podcast. Let me just introduce myself. I am Balfi, the host of the channel. We do a lot of cool things in this channel. For those who are new over here, I am a variety streamer. Play all sorts of different games, all sorts of different stuff. And one of the things that I pride myself in doing in this channel is supporting other streamers, and that's one of the main bases of the podcast, is to help support and help grow other small streamers like Mistaken Orc and Shadow Gamer, who are newly getting into the world of streaming. I love helping small streamers get affiliated. I like to help them with their follower goals and whatnot. So that is one of the things that we absolutely enjoy doing here. Those of you who have been part of the channel already know that we love raiding into other people's channels. That's why we got the raid emote going on. If you haven't checked it out, it's in chat right now. The tier 1 subs to the channel are able to take advantage of the raid emote. Also, for those people who do end up subbing to me, know this, that I have a Nightbot sub to my channel. So if you want to use these commands with your Nightbot, you are more than welcome to add them to your Nightbot. It is a tier 3 sub, so Nightbot is able to take advantage of all of my emotes in any manner that you see fit to use. My personal favorite is the facepalm, to be honest. It came out pretty cool. Well, without further ado, however, I would like to introduce the other gentlemen that are with me today. Before I get to the introduction, I just want to let everyone know at the end of the podcast, there is going to be a giveaway that I will be doing on the, right after the podcast is over. It can be one of 2 codes that I do a giveaway for, depending on what the participant would like. I have either a 3-month code that they can, pick, or they can get a month of Xbox Game Pass. I have started playing games off of the Xbox Game Pass on my channel. It's actually a lot of fun. You get like tons and tons of games and new games added every month, and also some or all of the first party exclusives that are going to be coming out on the Xbox are going to be part of the Xbox Game Pass. So like Sea of Thieves, for example, is one of the hot titles that are coming out. Crackdown is also another title that's coming out in the near future for Xbox, so you'll be able to play that without having to actually purchase the full $60 game. Just $10 a month will get you these games for free, essentially. So, without further ado, let me just go down the list. We have joining us Mistaken Orc, Shadow Gamer 3360, and Onage 3980. Hey guys, how is everybody doing today? Hope all of you guys are well. Hope everybody is having a great day. I know that Shadow was playing Rainbow Six Siege earlier on his stream. Mistaken, I've seen him playing a lot of Fortnite. And I believe Onage is testing the waters. He's been debating whether or not he wants to get into the world of streaming, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have him on the show today, is to see where he goes with that, and what we can do for him, and possibly get his affiliate status a lot earlier than most people. So let's start things off with Mistaken. Can you introduce yourself? Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your channel. Tell us about, everything. I believe you recently got affiliated. Tell us how that went.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. My it's kind of weird introducing myself as Mistaken Orc, but that's my tag, I should say. Uh, I have been in the scene of gaming for a long time, and I actually started out doing YouTube videos for just Call of Duty, and after the last few games of Call of Duty kind of crapped in the bed, I moved over into the Battle Royale. And anyways, I have been trying. I had streamed on YouTube for probably about a year or so before getting into Twitch in December of last year. And I didn't know much about Twitch. I just decided, you know what, hey, I'm going to try this out. And what's today? Probably about 2 weeks ago, I achieved my affiliate status, primarily due to uh, some of you guys may or may not know what the pizza party is. Uh, anyways, I found some. I was found by a couple lower level people in the pizza party, and they kind of took me under their wing and just basically just reached out and started finding new people, and that's basically how I became affiliate. It was pretty awesome to
Nice.
get that email.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are also here joined by Shadow Gamer 3360. Now, Shadow Gamer 3360 is actually my brother, blood brother, and everything. He's my little brother. He is actually, if you guys wait 52 minutes, his birthday is in 52 minutes, so we can all blow up his channel with happy birthdays and whatnot. Um, yeah, so Shadow, what's up? How's
Uh,
everything going? Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your channel. Tell us about everything that's going on.
As previously, I'm Shadow, Gamer 3360. I streamed a while ago, like 3-4 years ago. I streamed for a couple of months, 3 or 4 years ago, before there was the entire Twitch affiliate program. I streamed a bunch of Destiny back then. Then I stopped, and then recently I got back into it, and I started September of last year. I streamed again for a few months, and I stopped streaming because I got disheartened from streaming. But then I built this really good PC, and then once I built it, I was like, you know what? I built this PC for streaming purposes, so I'm gonna go back into streaming. So I started again in January. I networked like crazy, and I joined an amazing community called Step One. And with them, in about a month and a half's time, February 20, I forget the exact date, it's like 22nd ish. No, it was the second week of February. I hit affiliate, and that stream was amazing. I even cried on stream and everything. I have that recorded. But yeah, I hit affiliate there. I played a bunch of games. I think I was playing Dungeon at the time. But yeah, I play a variety of games. But yeah, that's kind of my spiel of like how I hit affiliate and games. I'm currently playing Rainbow Six Siege, Enter the Gungeon, and Fortnite. But on but I also did a 12-hour stream like Sunday to celebrate the fact that I hit affiliate and my birthday in a sense, and that went pretty well too. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Also, like I said, I'm also joined by Onage over here. Onage, how's everything with you? You're getting into the world of streaming, and tell us about yourself. Tell us what you are looking to do on your channel. Tell us everything.
Well, still trying to think about how to start off on everything.
It's not
But
a problem at all.
right now, got school and work, so I gotta work a schedule around that. A lot of the games that I've been playing over the last year or so have been Destiny, uh, Fortnite, Halo 5, and Warframe. I've been playing a lot of that recently.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think I've decided the first when I do start streaming, I'm probably gonna start with Fortnite, and might move back over to Destiny 2 once there's some more quality of life updates, and if it actually becomes a better game. Right now, it's just a little bit tedious to play, but yeah, Destiny. I really love Destiny. So
Nice. So, one of the things that we all have in common is that we all over here play Fortnite. Now, we, Fortnite has been going through many updates. There's been a lot of different content that has been coming over to Fortnite over the past couple weeks. They've been coming out with new content. They recently introduced a new gun called the hunting rifle. Also, there's talks about there being a jetpack coming to the game and whatnot. So they're keeping a lot of stuff really cool, really neat, really fresh, all over the place. And it's a free game. So, what are your guys' thoughts about this free game pretty much dominating the video game world, or at least the console video game world, and being a lot more popular than even other games in its variety, in its class, like PUBG?
So I guess I'll just talk. But basically, it's pretty interesting how freaking Fortnite is doing that. I used to play Fortnite before it was a battle royale game. I played Fortnite when it was just the save the world PvE game, and that was actually a lot of fun until it ran into the problem that Destiny has, which is grinding for no reason. But the fact that they didn't add the battle royale game, which I remember when they first announced it, me and my friends were all really skeptical about it because we're just like, it's a PvE game. How the heck are they making PvP? It just seems like they're doing something that won't work. And then it did work. And it's to everyone who, when they first came out, were like, oh, it's just like PUBG or whatever. It's nothing like PUBG. The only way it's similar to PUBG is the fact that it's called a battle royale game. Other than that, it's nowhere near PUBG. And as far as I've seen with other people I've talked to, the biggest thing that pulls people towards Fortnite is it's really quick. You don't have to sit in a game for 7 hours to finish, and you don't really find as many campers and stuff as you do in like other games like PUBG or H1Z1. And there's like a few others that come to mind. But yeah, that's, at least for me, that's the best thing I like about Fortnite. I can just get in, get a bunch of kills. I can play a bunch of games in several hours. I played a few games of PUBG. It's fun, but it's really tedious of like spending like 20 minutes looting to get shot by a dude who was sitting on top of a building with a Car 98.
My favorite part about about PUBG is the fact that the developers of the game actually listen to its community, and their response time is not, all right, 3 months from now we're going to implement what you guys are saying. These guys release updates and patches pretty much on a weekly basis. There are certain ones where every week you I think it was like 2 weeks ago, there was like 3 patches back to back that were released because there were some issues that people were crying about, and they fixed it immediately. So the response time when it comes to taking care of their community is amazing, and they know who and what their community is. They don't try to branch off and try to incorporate other people from this community and that community and whatnot. They know what their core base is, and they love to make sure that that core base stays to play their video games. Like, I enjoy this game so much that in one go I spent $160 on V-Bucks. Mistaken, how has your experience been with Fortnite?
Well, like I said earlier, I'm actually a console player, and I love Call of Duty. And after they went through their jetpack stage, buddy introduced me into Battle Royale, which started out with H1Z1 and PUBG. So I spent money on H1Z1 and PUBG straight off the bat. Didn't like PUBG, leaned towards H1Z1. And I spent quite a bit of money on H1Z1, opening the different boxes and stuff like that, try to get different loot. And one day, buddy's like, "Hey, there's a new battle royale that just came out. Let's try it out." And which was Fortnite, and tried it for a little bit. It just wasn't. It just came out. Wasn't really like, I tried to play it. It wasn't for me at the time. And anyways, I put it on the back burner. And if anybody has played H1Z1, everybody knows how much crap that they ended up giving us through their several updates of trying to fix the shooting mechanics and stuff like that. And one day, one day I just I've even got a video posted on YouTube that says I give up on H1 basically, and from that day I got on because it was H1 was just tough to get to do anything on. Like one game you'd shoot perfectly fine, and the next game you wouldn't. I don't know what it was uh, with their mechanics or what like anything like that. First game on, I got on to Fortnite after I had stopped playing it. I ended up getting like 6 or 7 kills like straight off the bat. I didn't get a win or anything like that, but I was actually able to kill somebody and several people. And I was like, okay, let me try this out, and the rest is history. I've been playing Fortnite for 6 months.
Wow.
Maybe a little bit less than that.
Nice.
But I have like that's all I do is I try to go back to Call of Duty some, but I'm basically.
But you're
strictly
hooked.
Oh,
You're hooked.
super And
So for you specifically, what brings you back to Fortnite day in and day out? What is it? What is that one thing that you would like if you were to recommend the game to somebody? What would you say would be a good recommendation in regards to Fortnite? Why should somebody play it?
I think it's the building mechanics of it. You can be running through the middle of or just straight open, and somebody could start firing at you, and you have the ability to create your own protection straight out of without any hesitance if you have things set up correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You can start building a wall, several walls. You can build up. I mean, it's just the mechanics of being able to build and create your own protection while you're in the middle of a gunfight is just amazing, in my opinion.
Nice.
Like, with this being a free game, like there's like getting the V-Bucks and the battle passes and stuff like that. It's I guess you could technically say it's not a free game, but you can play without getting any of that stuff. The skins
Right.
and the other thing on top of that is the customization. Like you can spend money to make yourself look badass, or you can just keep with the normal random skins that pop up, which are still cool. And then just all the different things that you can get with the game. It's just with it being a technically free game, I think they're doing very well compared to any of the other battle royale games.
Nice. Nice. Ownage over here does a lot of gaming on Fortnite, and I believe that there's another streamer, Fubar. He was a guest at in our previous stream, previous podcast. Ownage is the doubles partner with Fubar. Quite often, and these people wreck face on Fortnite. So, Mr. Ownage, what is your opinion of Fortnite? Is that one of the games that we could possibly see in your stream when you go pro on your stream?
Well, it's definitely top of the list right now. I started playing Fortnite way back in September. A couple buddies talked me into it, tried it out, didn't like it too much, put it on the back burner for I don't know, about a month or two, and then Christmas rolled around and ended up playing a lot of Fortnite with my two brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the thing that really brought me back to this game and got me so into it is it's like the first game since Halo 2 way back where I could just stay and play with friends and always be excited. And I mean, there's no better feeling than getting that victory royale.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Speaking of
Especially once you get that first one, then you're hooked.
speaking of getting victories in Battle Royale, there are a couple of different rumors and news feeds out there regarding the upcoming changes that are coming out to whether it be the weapons or it be different abilities that are coming out. I hear there's like kill streaks or something to that effect coming out, like a Moab and whatnot. What are you guys' opinion on that? How cool would it be if there was a Moab in Fortnite? Would that be something you guys would be interested in? Airstrikes and lasers and whatnot. Would that be something you guys would be interested in?
No.
No. I don't think there should be kill streaks in this game.
If they did like a limited time mode, like if it was a limited time mode where it'd be like, hey, you can do this, and like it's a consumable or some shit, and you could just like, I don't know, call it apocalypse, whatever, and you could do shit like that. Sure, but if they put that in the main game, then that's just really dumb.
Yeah, it's a little dumb because the players who are best at the game and get kills early on are just going to steamroll the rest of the competition. So I mean, you're already getting an advantage when you kill a lot of people of coming across tons of materials, weapons, ammo. I don't think you need an extra bonus like getting
like
a Moab.
If the extra bonus was something maybe passive, like I don't know, like if you let's just say you get. If they put let's just say you get 10 kills before 50, let's just say in a solo you can get 10 kills before 50 people are dead, like before it's still over 50 people are over half the people are still alive, and you already have 10 kills. Be like a small passive in which like you heal up to 20 health. It's like really dumb, but like if you have 1 health, you heal up to 20 health because you got 10 kills when there's still over half the lobby left.
Interesting.
Like if they ever did something like that where they could like reward for if they ever, which I'm just saying I don't want kill streaks at all.
Right.
But if they were thinking of ever adding it, like a stipulation of like you have to get X kills and X time to get X reward, it would be pretty cool.
I mean, I could see a couple bonuses that would work. One that I'm actually thinking might be decent is if you get stuck in the storm and you get 2 kills within, say, 30 seconds, or just during the time that you're in that storm. Maybe something like a 10% speed boost just to help you get out of that storm for
that would be pretty
until you reach
interesting.
the edge.
Another crazy one. A crazy one would be like you get 20 kills before the 50 thing, and you give you an extra inventory slot.
Oh my god! Can you
I think
imagine?
that would just be too much of an advantage in Final Circle, though.
But this thing, it's like 20 kills before half the lobby is up. So that's like one person, 1 or 2 people have to pop the fuck off. And if they do add a kill streak, I guess it wouldn't be that extreme, but it would be like it would stop a lot of people from wanting to camp, because it'd be like, okay, if I killed X amount of people, I can get like, I don't know, the 20% health thing. It'd be like, so let me go kill things instead of sitting in a corner.
Well, how about this? How would this be good for a perk, right? So say, for example, if you ended up with a 5 kill streak, or whatever the kill streak may be, they can figure that out by, play testing or whatnot. But the idea would be that the kill streak would be you can turn any one of your weapons to a higher color of it. So if you have a white weapon, you can turn it into blue. If you have a, purple weapon, you can turn it gold, kind of thing. Would that be something you guys would be interested in?
No.
Yeah.
No. Because like that, let's just say like, because there's a huge difference between the weapons. A blue rifle and a purple scar are pretty different. So if you go from a blue assault rifle to a purple scar, that's a huge upgrade, especially because like some of these weapons you can only find in like certain areas, like drops and stuff like that. And especially if you have a purple scar to a gold scar's crit is like 76-ish. And a purple scars is like 50, 60-ish. So like you can like that's
purple scar is 72.
Okay, so 72, 76. That's still a decent upgrade because that's less damage. And also if you're going from like anything up to a different thing, like blue tack to a purple tack, any of those things is that's how I feel about that. It's just like. Because then also takes the way of wanting to loot as much too. It's like, oh cool, I have 1 gun. I'll just kill things, and maybe I can just upgrade this to a different thing. That would just like would not be as fun.
Well, so
I feel like it would be a nice little quality of life thing to have, because I can't even count the number of times I've ended up at endgame with like a green AR or a blue AR, and even just getting 1 tier up. Well, everyone's already got scars pretty much at the end game.
Yeah,
but
that has happened to me. That has happened to me quite often. Is where I'll be towards end game, last 2 circles, and I still have white weapons, and I'm like, what the hell?
See, that happens to me, but then I'm just like, I just have to get good and kill these people. That's just how I'm just like. I just didn't get the loot I needed. I just have to kill 1 or 2 people, and I'm good. Like my entire play style is I land in super freaking populated areas. I kill as many people as I can, and I loot all the people I can kill, and then I dipset out of there. So like, if I start with the white AR, I end up just killing people to get it. Like,
yeah, but you think of it. Take that same example, right? Take that same example where you're landing into a high populated area, you're killing like 4, 5, 6, 7 people, whatever, and you're gonna take their loot. Just by killing those people and taking their loot, you just upgraded your weapons. That essentially ends up being the same thing, though.
The biggest thing in my head, and one thing I love about Fortnite is I love looting. I love going to areas, looting things, quick looting shit, and all this stuff. Because that's a skill gap too. It's like.
No, I see what you're saying.
If there's like people who just started the game, they suck at looting. They're gonna go into a room and like sit there for like 30 seconds, picking up a chest or something, and you're gonna kill them. But then if you add this element in, it's just going to take away that skill gap of being like, oh, I don't actually have to loot as much. I don't have to be good at quick looting or setting up my inventory as quickly as possible. Versus way it was before, would be like. You have to be good at looting. You have to know how to take. You know how to take out your pickaxe. Spam the X button. Grab everything as quick as possible, and then go. And then also be like, in the other element, it'd be like, let's just say you're near the end, and there's like a gold weapon in the zone, and it's like super close in the storm. But you'll take like 10 damage grabbing it, and you have to then take a split decision of being like, should I go for this or should I not? Versus if the upgrade system would just be like, I don't need to go for this. So it's like a lot of decisions will just go away if you add this thing in.
Just an idea. What about you, Mistaken? What you think?
But then again,
no worries. Mistaken, what you think? You've been pretty quiet.
Well, I'm just listening. I kind of agree with Shadow on that. I mean, I have a couple of ideas of what they could add in to make things enticing to get people to not camp and stuff like that.
Yeah, go for it. What's your idea?
Me and my little brother have thrown this idea around a lot, and I've actually heard another YouTuber talk about this a little bit, and I kind of add the two ideas together. Everybody start with full health, full shields. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Take out all of the actual shields out of the game completely. Keep the healing.
Mm-hmm.
Each kill you get a certain percentage of shield back. Okay? And this could be a limited time mode, something like that. But that's kind of that keeps. I would think it would also increase the quickness of the game as well.
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
It would entice players to be a lot more aggressive.
That definitely would be a limited time mode because that would be like a drastic change for them. But if they do that as a limited time mode, like I want to call it vampirism or some shit like that, because you're just killing people to get health back or whatever. Like
I would be playing that. I would be playing that so much.
You could tweak it in the sense of being like depending on how many you could tweak it like every shot you take on someone heals a certain percentage of shield or health back.
So it gives you lifelink.
Yeah, true.
So
it's like, kill a higher health player, then you get more health
so
back.
like let's just say you're fighting someone who has full health, and let's just say he has full shields, full health still, and you have like no shields, half health. You kill him, you'll probably wouldn't give you the full thing, of course, but probably get to full health or some shit. Like that actually is pretty.
I think would be a really cool option would be you get 10% of the health of somebody that you killed. So say for example, when you start killing the person, they started out at 100% health. You would get 10% of the health, so you would add 10%. If they were at 200%, you would add 20% to your full health cost. I think that would be a really interesting thing.
That would be a nice.
Because here's the things that if the person that you started shooting only had 50 health, you would only get 10% of that health. You should not be able to get all of their health or something like that. It keeps you from being. Because, for example, if somebody was at, 10 health and you shoot them instantly and then you recover all your health or whatever, that would be too OP.
Yeah, it would have to be a certain amount. And now I'm just imagining two dudes. It would be like a custom kind of game who have everything maxed. And
that's
constantly shooting each other and just healing each other.
And that's the point that I was I'm leaning forward to, is that everybody knows that we're going to be getting private matches. I know it's not custom, but it's private matches. But one of the things that I would like to see if everyone is going to be getting private matches is that all of these testing events that happen, all these different like I miss
Invitationals.
well, no, like right now we're having the gold event or whatever.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
Yeah, I'm having so much fun with that. And then I missed out on the rocket event. And then there was like a couple other events that they've been having. But essentially, if it was possible for us in our private matches to include these game modes, that would be fabulous.
That would be pretty cool. Honestly, like out of all the game modes they've done, this gold one is my favorite beyond a shadow of a doubt. Like I've played this. I don't play with squads like rarely, so I was solo queuing. I've gotten like 3 wins in Fool's Gold, all 12 plus kills basically, and it has been so much fun. I just love the fact that like when I'm fighting a team, it's just like there's just like no shotguns in there. Like I love shotgunning, but it's just so much. It's just like I entered a room. Like there was a time I was playing. It was me versus. It was 1v4 last circle. They were all like trying to build and shit. I domed 2 of them, rocketed 1 of them, and I just double hand cannoned the 3rd guy or the 4th guy to win. I was like, Fool's Gold is probably my favorite game mode out of every game mode they've done so far. The sneaky whatever what is that one called? Sneaky silencers or whatever. Wasn't that fun? Just because the guns themselves aren't that fun to play with. Versus like, it's like, they're okay guns.
Are you talking about the suppressed pistols?
I'm talking about that game mode. It's like versus like this Fool's Gold's amazing because it's just like you enter a room, it's just and you're blinded by golden light. It's just like it's just so much more fun. You have like double hand cannon, you have a scar, you have the rocket launcher, you have the sniper. It's just everyone's so overpowered, and it's like in a sense like I guess the biggest reason is because like everyone's so overpowered, has the best guns in the game. It like shows skilled people versus not as many skilled people. Like of course for me I'm in the zone than the fact that like I'm solo queuing, so it's against me. But like if you're doing squad v squad in this, like the actual squad, it could show like more of a skill versus you and another team, like because everyone is decked out. There's no like, oh, he had a better gun than me. It's like, no, you both have the same exact goddamn gun, just he outplayed you.
Nice.
So that's why I really like that part of this. Just like
what were you saying?
It's
Onish?
more.
I was just saying, yeah, I really like that it's a balanced playing field as opposed to other game types. And there's not nearly as much RNG involved in what weapons everyone will have by end game.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's nice being able, like when you win in that mode, you know that you had more skill than them.
Yeah, like
there's not as much BS of
like he had a gold
dying
scar
to the other guy because he had a gold scar in the beginning of the game and you had like a white pistol.
Yeah,
right.
There's none of that.
And I think it was Ownage or I forget who it was who was talking about like how the building is like the best part. Like that's what they really like. It was mistaken. I apologize.
That was mistaken.
Yeah. So honestly, and like I was telling people who just get the game, there's a few skill gaps in this game. There's the skill gap of learning how to quick loot. There's a skill gap of knowing what guns are good, and then the skill gap of quick building, which is the highest skill gap. Like if you suck at building, you're gonna freaking die. Like if you're up against a person who can quick build and build very efficiently, you're not gonna beat that person if you can't quick build or build efficiently. You're just not gonna do that. And that's like I have a friend who just started playing this game, and he's good. He's good at the shooty parts and stuff, but like he cannot quick build for his life. And it is very evident when me and him are playing. He's like my dual partner, and it's very evident when me and him are playing, and he's like we're killing someone, and then like either the other dude outbuilds him really easily, like he just builds a ramp over him, shoots him, and my friend just cannot learn to quick build, which is like I'm like that's the biggest gap for new players that they need to cross, which is like quick building, which I really like that there's a gap there, but it's not a super hard gap to learn to cross over. You just have to like learn to like which things to spam, which ones to do, and that's what I really like with the newest update they did, which they added the turbo building and the fact that you can it auto switches your materials instead of having to sit there with like, fuck, I'm out of wood, but I have like 999 brick.
Well, it's funny you say that because Onage will attest to this. Onage and I play quite often together. Whenever I'm playing squads with my friends and whatever, I am not really the person that builds. I am very kill hungry all the time. I'm usually by myself, just always pushing and just ready to just shoot people in the face constantly. And usually what ends up happening is that my teammates end up building. They'll build like 2-3 bases of their own, and I'll just push. Sneaking my way past everything and come around back and just they would serve the distraction and I would come in and kill, or I would be the distraction and they would just annihilate everybody. So
like that game last night.
Yeah.
That does work, but like that works in squads because that's how it works. You have teammates and stuff, but as soon as you go into solos, that probably would not work because you are your own man. I mainly speak from a perspective of solo playing, because I only play solos. I don't play with squads. I play duos as well, but like I mainly play solo games, and if I remember playing like a squad game, that's probably me solo queuing in squads because I'm kill hungry and stuff. But like from a solo perspective, like I have outplayed teams because I knew I could build better than an entire team of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely true. Like the building mechanic is so crucial. Like I've actually had to change my gameplay, or rather the impulse. Like when you're used to playing first person shooters or third person shooters or any game for that matter, the idea that when someone shoots you, you just turn around and start shooting them back. Instead, in Fortnite, you have to create the impulse that instead of having to shoot them back, you want to create cover, which is building in this regard, and you want to learn how to build super fast, super quickly, and not just build, but build in a manner that allows you to gain the advantage, not just the height advantage, but also make sure that you're covered in all angles if you're out on the open, so that in the event that somebody else starts shooting you, you're covered on all sides, or whatever the case may be. And so that in itself is such a crucial part of the game that makes it so much fun, because I have seen people with white weapons going up against gold weapons, even rocket launchers and grenade launchers, but only for the fact that they were able to outbuild the other person, that they were able to win.
Yep. Yeah, like I talking about white weapons and all that stuff. I had an experience. This was last month. February-ish. I got fucked on loot. I'm just gonna say that. I had like a white pump, some other garbage shit, and it was me and
you got foobarred. Foobarred gets...
It was me and like 9 other people. I was doing a duos game by myself because like I started the game. I landed differently from my teammate. He died somewhere. I didn't care. And this other team, A, was decked the frick out. Like they both had RPGs. They both had snipers. They both had like scars. And I'm like, holy crap. But what they didn't have was any form of building. Like I was fighting them. They're shooting me. And I built like the classic 4-wall ramp thing, and I did that like 3 stories, like super quickly. And then I looked over, and these guys were just like chilling in an open field, just trying to shoot the base. And I was like, okay. And I just destroyed them with my white AR. And I'm like, interesting. I didn't end up winning the game because as soon as I made the 2 loot pinatas, the other teams that were alive saw me and just annihilated my face because they were on top of a hill. But like building, like that's the other thing that people love about the game too, is just like the fact that you can build. And like a lot of other games, like let's take PUBG, which used to be king of battle royale, is not anymore. Like a lot of people who I watch a lot of streamers who used to play PUBG a lot. One of them is NoahJ456, and he used to play PUBG a lot, and he even talked about how it's like the skill gap in PUBG was just like, could you find the other person quicker? Or could you start shooting them better? And it wasn't as much skill gappy in that. It's like kind of like, did you see him quicker? And did you hit your shots and lead your shots more? And it's like the fact that there's just a huge skill gap, which a lot of people love. Like I'm also from FPS background and stuff. So just like, and I love challenges and shit like this. So just knowing that like I am actually better than a specific other person, however vain that sounds, is just a really nice feeling because of like a specific thing, not like, oh, he had X thing or this thing. So it's like, that's the other thing I like about Fortnite. It's like, at the end of the day, you can have crap guns, but if you can outbuild people, you can still come out on top.
Right. The guns, really the loot that you get is not as important. Not to say it's not important, but
yeah.
Go ahead.
But I think one of the best things with the building and everything is compared to other games like say PUBG, your aim doesn't have to be spot on, and
Right.
like you can just have really average aim and still be a really good Fortnite player if you know how to build correctly, keep the high ground.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I'm not that great at shooting, but I'm way better at building, and it's helped me so much
Absolutely.
in getting so many victories.
So before we end today's stream, today's podcast, one of the things that I do want to let our viewers know is what kind of gameplay can we expect in your guys' channel? Mistaken, from what I see, you do a lot of PC streaming for Fortnite. Is that correct?
Yes.
So what is your, now I know that when it comes to PC gaming, the experience is slightly different because certain weapons just feel slightly better. So what is your favorite weapon to use in Fortnite on PC?
Well, it's kind of changed. I mean, of course, everybody's gonna say like the scars are kind of the best kind of guns and stuff like that. But recently, it's the hand cannon and the new hunting rifle. Those two, I don't know. They feel really
Preach.
smooth.
Are you talking about the Deagle?
The Deagle, yes.
Gotcha.
Like, man, the Deagle sucks. I'm like, I mean, hell, I've
Give me 2 of those.
Yeah, forget it. Give me 2 Deagles. I'll wreck face. I will demolish.
Oh my god.
All day.
Onage, oh my god. Onage is like our Deagle master. No, Onage and Catfish. Onage and Catfish in my channel, Onage and Catfish are the epitome of Deagle users. Literally, they will drop everything if they can rock double or triple Deagles, and they will just wreck face for people like miles away. All you hear is boom, boom, boom constantly.
Talking
It's
about,
funny. Everyone's like, "How do you shoot those so fast?"
you just keep switching. Talking about.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, talking about the PC thing, there's one thing that Epic has done currently that's not actually do with the game that I'm annoyed about. Because I would love to play this game on PC because I know for a fact I would play so much better on PC because I can build faster on PC, I can shoot better on PC, I can do all that stuff better on PC. But there is no way to take my Xbox account and link it with the other thing. They got rid of they stopped that option in Save the World, and they never had anything for Battle Royale. Or else I would, in a heartbeat, go to PC just because of like I could play so much better, but like none of my skins would be there. So I really hope at some point in the future they make it so you can just take your Battle Royale of a specific console and go over to PC with it, because they're really like I don't see a reason why they would stop that. It's really dumb.
So Onage, what would be your favorite weapon? For Fortnite.
Oh, I mean, back for the nerf for the double pump.
What a dumb nerf! I hate that nerf. It's such a dumb nerf.
They just didn't implement it right. It's a little buggy.
The biggest reason I hate that nerf is like, I'm sorry to get off that, but it's just like the people who are complaining about it. It's just like the gun by itself, pump shotgun itself, is not amazing. It's good, but like, it's.
My issue. No, see, here's the thing. My issue with
It's just dumb nerf.
My issue with the double pumps, or just the pumps in general, is how much range they have. They have more range than the tacticals, and I understand why you only get to shoot one round and whatnot. No, I get that, but the issue is like they actually can shoot you and still do a lot more damage at considerable ranges versus the tactical.
Dude, I've done like 120 damage at, I don't know, 20 meters.
Yeah,
you just aim for the head. Things are crazy accurate.
It's accurate. I mean, like pumps are, in my opinion, kind of balanced, because like if you miss your shot or you fuck up, you're brutally punished. If you're in a close situation with attack, you miss your shot, you're fucked. Like the attack.
But the thing is that but the thing is that you don't need to be super accurate with your shots though. Like the hitbox for the shotguns is so big that for you to not hit your shot means you have to completely miss.
Pumps are actually pretty small. That's what makes their damage output so much greater, because it's a super narrow shotgun. But think of it as a shotgun from Destiny that has shot package basically. and its ADS. That's the a small spread of a pump is. So if first thing a guy who's good and he can jump out maneuver you pretty easily, you're fucked with that. And that's the biggest thing. I didn't like the double pump nerf because it's like it was a thing that required skill to actually do. It wasn't like you had the gun and you're just like, I now win every game instantly. It was something that like you had to be slightly skilled or decently skilled to do it properly. Because there were people who would do it and like just fuck up and not do it properly.
Well,
you had to know where you're for your second gun. The nerf is just not. It's just a dumb nerf in my opinion.
I mean, on console, it wasn't really that big of a problem compared to PC because there was a lot more skill gap and actually learning how to use it.
Yeah.
On PC though, all you had to do was just switch back and forth using hotkeys. Yeah. And it made it way too easy, and doing that much damage in that short amount of time, it didn't work with the time to kill of the game. The fact that you can even one-shot someone with full health and shield is, I mean, it's not broken because you really got to be accurate, but I can see why they nerfed it, because being able to down 3 people full health and shields within less than a second it was a little bit broken.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing though now is like you can still just pump tack, because I just like on console I can easily double pump because I just had them next to each other. But like pump tack works not as perfectly, but like if you're good enough, pump tack works surprisingly really well still. So it's like, is it really? It's just a really not so great nerf in my opinion. It's just like to me it was like the one thing they did that just is like they just heard a bunch of people complaining about it, but like those people were either people who never took it upon themselves to like maybe I should learn to actually try this thing out instead of just being like
incorrect, because there's a big streamer named Ninja that actually used the double pump and said you guys have to get rid of this because it is unfair. So saying that Ninja's a great player, and you could give him a fucking white pistol and he's probably gonna win the game.
Yeah, Ninja and freaking Myth are like the two best players.
So, I mean, both of them play on PC. Ninja like literally went out of his way and like sent all this stuff to Epic and said like, anybody could practice a little bit and become really good with this. He said, but nobody should have to get used to this. But that's just from what I
see the way I would have nerfed the pump shotgun is simply I would have made them all one in the mag, 2 at the most, and reduce the range slightly, not too much. Just slightly reduce their output range. That's it.
I mean, I think 1 in the mag would probably be the best. That's how they should have nerfed it, because that way you can still run double pump for the 2 quick shots, which is fine.
Yeah.
But the problem was you had basically a 10-round magazine with the highest damage output in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was. I definitely agree on that. I think the 2.
The 1-2 is fine.
1-2 is fine, but switching
the way they fixed
1, they didn't.
Yeah, the way they fixed it, you can't even. Yeah, because if you do the 1-2, it doesn't even work because it tries to pump the one that has 5 shots. It's kind of stupid.
I do like that. Like have like 1 or 2 in the clip of each, and still be able to do the 1-2, but like nerf the amount of chances you have to actually do it.
Right, so because you are forced to actually...
chamber, so like the sniper, they just need to make the reload speed the same as it used to be for pumping it.
Exactly.
Like in between pumps.
Exactly. So I think that would have solved the issue, because the problem right now is that there were actually people who used to rock 4 pump shotguns, just go into battle and demolish teams left, right, front, and center. But if you can't shoot your bullet because there is no bullet to shoot, and you actually have to take the time to reload it while you're in battle, that will stop that would be the nerf that's required for you to be able to just go in and, guns a-blazing, destroy teams like it's nobody's business without having to worry about any kind of repercussion on your gun's end, because every gun needs to have a negative to it, whereas the pumps essentially didn't have one.
Yeah.
if you can just cycle through them so quickly and not having to worry about reloading. That's pretty much the downside to those pumps, is the fact that you actually have to reload them, and the reload timer was slow, and whatnot. But in order to overcome that, you can just quickly switch to the next one. So that was like the bypass. So if they just made it where it's only 1, 2 at the most in the mag. And
I would say 2, because one is a super hard nerf for that. I would say 2 in the mag.
No, I think 1 would be fine. If you have 1 in the mag, what you do is when it becomes empty, the reload animation would be exactly the amount of time that it takes to pump the shotgun currently. So that way, every time you'd reload, it would just be pumping it.
Yeah,
okay,
so that way you can get the first 2 shots off.
So the gun doesn't actually have a reload in it, like the entire locking the thing is just shoot. You can switch to another thing, shoot, but then if you switch back, you actually have to do the pump. Okay.
Then you have to do the pump. Yeah,
okay,
that's what I was saying.
That makes sense. I thought you were saying like you shoot and then you just have to do the entire reload of the thing, which would just be like.
No.
That would be like, why would you even pick up the gun at that point? Like, what the fuck?
No, they just have to adjust the reload timer down to what it takes in between pumps.
That would make sense. You'd be like, you can do the double quick, and then as soon as you switch back, you have to pump it and then pump the other one. Yeah, that makes sense. That would not be a horrible nerf, because you could still. Because at least for me, the biggest thing I loved about doing the double pump is I would love to go into one-man squad games and enter a base of squad people who are oblivious to everything and destroy every single one of them. And I would love to do that. Just like enter a base and be like, hi, how are you? And outplay them all who are also using double pumps, of course, because it was broken. I do agree it was broken, but I do agree double pumps were broken. I don't like the nerf, because because the biggest thing is I can still pump TAC, which I used to do all the time, or pump SMG, which also works effectively enough. You can still counteract, the core of what double pumping is still technically still there, but it's just not as fun of entering a base of an entire squad and being like, hello, and then goodbye.
Yeah, but the thing is, you shouldn't have one guy being able to wipe a squad in 2 seconds.
I understand it. That's what I'm saying. I understand it's broken. I'm saying I just missed that fact. Yeah.
Trust me, it was fun as hell. I absolutely loved using it. Me and Fubar were the double pump chumps.
Yeah,
that's what we named the stream. Whatever you do it.
I would love to enter a base and just be like, hey, hi, how are you, Papa? But the other thing is it's broken, but it's kind of overpowered broken, where it's everyone kind of knows it. So you would always face, if you're fighting a good team, they would at least have 1 or 2 people who have it too. So then it would be who's gonna double pump the other one first? It's just I enjoyed it, but I hope if they do the way you guys were saying, that would actually be pretty interesting too, because then you have to take into consideration you have to actually aim more properly.
Right, exactly. Now, I do appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm going to end today's podcast on this high note of us talking about the nerfs on the.
Wait. Yeah. I want to say my favorite gun. I didn't get to see my favorite gun.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I'm sorry.
You cut me off in the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go for it. I definitely want to know.
My favorite gun currently is definitely those purple tactical submachine guns.
Okay,
people don't
good
know
to
it.
know.
But damn, those things have amazing range, high damage output. Yeah, 35 round magazine, shoots as fast as a minigun, does 45 damage on the headshot. I've even outshot. It's 45, but I've outshot people with scars and shit from quite a bit of distance. People underestimate the amount of range that they have, and they do a really good job in close quarters and medium range.
You just gotta shoot correctly. You can't just unload the clip. You gotta tap shoot.
I could have sworn I saw 46. I guess I'm wrong. But another new strat people do is is a pump SMG, pump purple SMG.
That's what I usually rock, unless I can get a purple tactical shotgun. But
what about you, Shadow? What's your favorite?
It's pretty simple. Of course the generic scar and all that. Give me a gold bolt action sniper. Just give me a gold sniper, and I will wreck. I love sniping in this game. It's such I'm not the best at it, but I can consistently do pretty good with sniping. That's my favorite gun is bolt sniping.
My favorite gun used to be the suppressed pistols, but ever since they buffed the SMGs, oh my god, give me a purple SMG. No, give me a purple TAC SMG any day. Hell, give me a green one and I'll be more than happy. I will drop
Even the green
scars.
ones are really good.
Yep, I will drop scars in exchange for those. Oh my god, I don't even rock shotguns anymore. Ever since they did that to SMGs, I just do SMGs.
See, I think people don't know, which I've learned while watching people, is like crouching actually makes your aim better with all the guns, except for shotguns because they're just different. But it's like all the other guns, it lowers it. It makes the spread less. So it's like if you're with a scar, you just crouch and your shots are dead on.
See, I've tried
So
that.
good.
I have tried that. Scars just do not work for me. I can be. You can watch this in my. No, you can watch this on my streams. Like my reticle is right on point. This dude is 2 feet away from me. All I'm getting is bloom. All I'm getting is missed shots.
Feels bad
all the time.
You also have to learn to like not just spray. You got to tap at times. But
Bro, I tap. Onich, tell him. Don't I tap? I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even hold it down. I just do 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 and literally this guy's always next to me and I'm like, yo, how am I missing these shots? The bullets are whizzing right past his ear. I don't understand it. So I don't even care for scars anymore.
Feels bad.
Inconsistent.
Feels bad. I don't know. Every time I get a scar and I'm like, oh, okay, GG's, I win. And
I wish I could do that. See, I wish I could do that. I have seen so many people pull off amazing shots from and I'm like, why won't the gun work for me?
I know one of the test servers, they were testing this, which I really want them to implement just because it shouldn't happen. I can kill people with a scar from sniper range because I do it all the time.
I get better accuracy from a blue AR than I do with the scar.
Feels bad, man.
Honestly, at that point, I don't even try and aim just because bloom is going to straight up my shots. I just send as many bullets down range and hopefully they hit.
If you're up and close, you just don't aim. You just spray and it'll just like end up killing them. But yeah.
Again, guys, just want to give a big shout out. I just want to give a big shout out to Mistaken Orc for stopping by. That's twitch.tv MISTAKENORC, Mistaken Orc. Give this man a follow. Go check out his channel. He's got amazing content for you guys. Same thing for Shadow Gamer 3360. That's twitch.tv/Shadow Gamer 3360. Go check these guys out. These guys are amazing individuals. Again, thank you very much for stopping by to the podcast. Onich, thank you so much for stopping by. And on that note, let's play some Fortnite. If you guys have to bail, that's totally fine. For the rest of us, I will see you online. Thank you very much for stopping by, guys.
All right.
See you online, Belfie.
See ya. I'm gonna go play some Siege.